Hello everyone, welcome back. It is Hearts of Iron 3, the German campaign, and we're continuing where we left off. We were organising... Who are they? We were organising essentially the defence of the Russian border for the inevitable attack. As you can see here, look at this. They're really starting to build up their numbers around here. This is going to be dangerous. They're putting 4-stack armies. Yeah, that could be a problem. So... we might have to consider putting additional stacks there to defend against them. So like for example, that stack can go there. You got 4-stack, 4-stack, high stack. These two can go here, I reckon. And that one can go there as well. They're going to be a bit low. Do we have any options over here? Oh, really? No. They can go there, I think. So, yeah. Relatively equal in numbers, I think. October. Let's see, 42. So we've still got another year. And they are still moving people around. So, but what we've also got is a majority of production, so that we can get loads of U-boats in. As you can see, 1942 May, which enables us to try and stranglehold this coastal area, and maybe get them up to here around Iceland, because that's going to be the route going from America to England for the convoys. So that's something that we need to consider. Now these guys are actually starting to get a bit better, so what I might do is send them over to here to patrol. So they're going to go out of there and they're going to patrol in that area, which is where most of the convoys will be coming from. So, let's have a look at this. Espionage is alright. Free spies. 140% officer ratio. That's good. At least it's spy raising national unity. But we don't really have a lot of spies. So if we switch that down a little bit. There we go. Just move the spies up a little bit more, I think. So you can see here that I think as a result of the recent goings on, look at all these. These need to really be done. Advanced aircraft design needs to be my top priority, I would say. And in the bomber section, you can see we've got the basic strategic bomber here, along with a slight echo in the background, sorry about that. And everything is being researched. I mean, see, we need advanced aircraft design before we can get the search radars. So, yeah, that's going to be a problem. So, right now, advanced research design, 12th of January 1942. And then... is it going to put that at the bottom? No, we can't research it yet because we don't have that ability. So, okay, so let's unpause it and put it up for a decent amount of movement. Now, we can see here, oh, excellent, light tanks are continuing to advance. You can see here also, these are my air who are basically patrolling this area for any strategic bombers. So that's what they're looking for. Now, who's in poor supply? The 11th, 1st Army is in poor supply. See, if we look at the supply map mode, see, supply is still coming into here. Let's have a look. Required daily supply 136. Local supply. See, it could be that we could move this guy. No. See, this is the problem, you see. These units are going to be in poor supply because this is where the supply areas are coming from. But what I'm thinking is if I take both of those guys and move them... Let's see. 7 infrastructure, 7 infrastructure, 7 infrastructure. I'm going to move them to Middelburg. And then, hopefully, that will make things a little bit better with respect to the supply situation. So, let's go back and have a look at the political mode. Political mode. Revolt risk. So, you can see here, yeah, they're all pretty okay. Little bit of a revolt risk in Luxembourg, but you know, what can you do? See if we can build a radar station in Calais and a radar station there. But based on the actual production levels, it's going to be right down the bottom. See, won't be made until June the 5th, 1942, which might help. We'll see. But right now, as you can see, all of these things here still being built. Lots of aeroplanes, bombers, all that kind of stuff, all being built, but predominantly it's the U-boats. So let's switch all those up. See, this is something that's always confused me about. It keeps changing. I mean, you know, and the thing is, at the end of the day, I know I'm not the best at this game. I'm still learning it. This is the first time I played as the Axis. And you probably have to play an awful lot in order to learn the ins and outs of this. And you know, I mean, bear in mind, I mean, this is a game that Mal turned down. I mean, he's got it, but he's like, that way too complicated for me. It just started to give him a headache, and I can completely understand where he's coming from. So it's the kind of game where you've got to be interested in the actual aspects of what it is that you're doing. So this whole grand strategy aspect of it that appeals to me in a great many ways. So who are they? Eastern Command, really? Oh right, they're all right there, so that's okay. So because these guys here should have good supply. Oh, you know what? They don't have good supply into there at all. Do they have any supply? No, they do have some supply. But do they have... Oh my goodness. See, with 10 and 10. So we'll leave it there. We'll leave it there for the time being. So this is what we're looking at the moment. So we are defending these areas. And I mean, we don't have anything down in Italy. Yugoslavia is neutral. Let's check our Diplo. Oman, Yemen, Bhutan, Nepal, Poland, Australia, Canada, South Africa, Belgium, Netherlands. Okay. And you can see that most of these guys I've got already in Iraq. Hungary, Ethiopia, Italy, Manchukuo, Japan, and obviously me. Mongolia and Saikang. So, wow, 42% of the victory points. Interesting. So there is a victory point there, but we don't need that as of yet. Question, should we consider attacking Switzerland just to get that victory point? I don't know. I really don't know. Let's have a look. Okay. Still units in poor supply. Yeah, as expected. Okay. So you can see our popularity. We are 61%, it's not too bad. Total economic, massive educational, propaganda press, totalitarian system. Okay. I don't know why it's saying United Kingdom is a collaboration government, as I'm not technically taking any part of the United Kingdom. What is the diplomatic status of Denmark? Aligning towards the Allies. There's Switzerland, and there's Denmark, so we are influencing them, but there's a possibility that we might need to consider attacking Denmark so that we can take Copenhagen, which obviously will not please my Danish viewers, but I'm sorry fellas, this is a war after all, and if I want Europe I have to take what I want. So yeah, sorry guys. Nothing personal, you understand. Obviously this is 1940s Denmark, not necessarily 2014. I nearly said 1990s Denmark. Good God. It's how far behind the times I am. It's how my brain works when it works. So, let's move on with the clock. So here's the reserve fleet, and here is... See, here's the Faroe Islands, and these guys are going to basically be sniffing around looking for an opportunity to kill people. Oh crikey, look at that, he's returning down there. So, that's a patrol. He's going to be searching for people in that area, and let's see how that goes. So, we've also got all our planes doing our work, and let's see if, there we go, see look, some of the industrial capacity is starting to be repaired. So you can see here, there we go, IC is starting to get better. See, that will improve, and it will take time to repair. So that will certainly help me with respect to the production of all of this equipment. Put that reinforcement and upgrades up. In fact, to be honest, I don't need the upgrades right now. It's reinforcement is what I need. So let's see. So these guys forming a nice corridor, as you can see. It's just a single interceptor, and they are essentially floating around that area to act as a corridor between the British and the German centre. So I'm wondering Denmark maybe, but the thing is, Sweden, are they going to have any kind of raw materials? No. The thing is, you've got Oslo there. It's going to be a very, very hard, rocky country to take. And here's obviously Sweden. Oh. There's Norway there. Home of the Aztir, no less. There's Kirkens, and that's where we start. And there's obviously... well, that's where Finland was, I guess. Oh, there we go, Finland's there. So, there's the Finns. With Helsinki there down on the corner. And Hanko, the Soviet... Hanke, the Soviet Union. Not sure what that's about. Having that little peninsula on the end there. But, to be honest, the Russians did have a little bit of a small run-in with the Finns during World War II. So, what can you say? Right, so let's see if we can move some troops over in that general direction. Do we have anything tank-like that we can play around with? mean, we could just go like that and then straight into Copenhagen. Try and get our victory condition. Let's take those guys over there as well. None of these guys are going to move. And let's get these guys over here as well. Let's see what result we get, shall we? So there's the French Vichy forces. So hopefully they're not going to give me any problems. See, look, there we go. See, look at this. This little bastard here. Taking down Leipzig. So he's going to go and basically intercept him. See, strategic bombers. So hopefully, yeah, he survived. So what I might do is actually put him there with a little... Oh, bugger, wrong one. Always do that. Always do that damn thing. Put him there with that. Just have him defend that area of Leipzig. And have him do that. There we go. So, as you can see now, forces are starting, so he'll end up sort of floating around there at some point. He's resting at the moment. We can then start pushing into Denmark and get that victory point. I don't know if we're going to be able to see Norway, or Sweden I should say. It's going to be tricky. Units in poor supply. First Army. Ah, there we go, he's got his supplies. Okay, the advantage obviously of putting all these guys in here is that they are dug in. Okay, he will have to move back there. The trouble is that I want the Russians to open the can of worms. I don't want to do it myself, because once I've opened it, you can't close it. And that's where the problem will lie for me. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. Okay, so Diplo, Denmark, declare war, conquer. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are now at war with the Danes. Send that in to support the attack. These two guys, one guy can go in, the other two can support the attack. So let's see. North defense. Let's have a look at the supply options. Can they get there? Let's put them there. Put them in Hamburg. Good. They're being dealt with, which is excellent. So, here we go. And then we'll select these guys to go forward into Freiburg, like so. These guys to move up to Tonda. So we want to go directly for there if we can, and then use the rest of the army, the weaker parts of the army, to take the rest of the country. Sorry, Danes. So, now the trouble is, if we look at diplomacy, Denmark, deficit, surplus, see, military access to Sweden, what info have we got? Okay. So, here we go, let's follow this guy up here. And let's follow these guys into here. Get those guys up to there. Because we want to follow this sort of main army here. This sort of 24,000 man army along with these guys as well. We'll bring these two guys up to Hamburg as well to make sure the supplies are suitable. Okay. So all of those guys, some of these guys should be moving. Get rid of that one. Move those guys up. So you can see here that these guys are, or will be, supporting the attack. Armour is supporting it. Light armoured brigade, so they can move quickly. Question is, can we just hop across there, I wonder. But Copenhagen is going to be the difficult one, I guess. We shall have to wait and see. Helgoland bite. Okay. I wonder if that's like Fisher bite. Dogger bite, Dogger bank. There we go. See, German bite. There's a. So I guess it's that one over here, maybe. Fisher bank. See, Dogger bank, Firth of Forth. See, these are all from what I've heard on Radio 4. The shipping forecast. So, some of these names in here. So, as you can see, this is not going too bad. And let's put a force in there, and a force in there, and a force in there, and a force in there. So, Italy, yeah, okay, fine, you don't want resources, that's fine with me. Now, how are these guys doing? See, I think, yeah, they're still patrolling, but they're resting, so that's fine. As long as they've still got an ongoing, what's the word I'm looking for? Orders. Support the attack with those guys. There we go. Let's see, supplies wise. No, you can't really look at supplies until you own them, really, can you? Oh, the Pomeranian coast. Woof woof. Okay. See, what I'm trying to find is the victory conditions in here. Ooh. Oh, excellent. Okay. So let's put him. Oh my goodness. Oh, heavens. Where can we put them? Oh, let's put them on the Breton coast. Shall we? Put them all there. Look at all that. Tactical bombers. You beauties. Lovely combo. So, we got some bombery goodness coming in. So you can see obviously, May 21st. More bombers, more things that we can use and I can put in with those bombers to protect them. That's a good thing. And so, let's see. Ah, here we go. So if we do an attack that way, and then use those two to support the attack, and then we'll send one guy that way, and we'll send one guy that way. Okay. I'm pretty sure I told these guys to attack. Attack. And then that guy to support it. There you go, the Battle of Aarhus. I think that's how you pronounce it. 2nd Jutland Division. Name with a lot of history there, the Battle of Jutland, I do believe. I could be wrong. So these guys now will take a little while to build up their organisation, as you can see. But what we will do is we'll merge them all together into a single unit, and we'll upgrade that guy as well. Come on. There we go. So he's got the ability to command 12 air wings, so that's fine. So, you know, it's the thing is I'm building myself up and I'm steeling myself for what is going to be the eventual attack that I know is going to come. So here we go. Let's get on to... Oh, okay. So we'll go here. And then these guys... Whoops. These guys can go... We've won the Battle of Aarhus. And then this guy here can... Oh no, there's no attackers there. He's supporting. So, okay. Yeah, these guys are moving, so let's move those guys in and get this guy up there. Get this guy in there as well. And, ooh, how lovely. So we've got more bombers, but we've also got the Jägerschwader. I think that's how it's pronounced. Any lovely Germans who are watching and hopefully not wincing at my pronunciation can correct me if that is the case. I would appreciate it. So let's see. You guys here in bad okay, bad supply. So let's see what's going on here. So Brazil is cancelling that agreement. These guys are all moving. Yep, that's fine. These guys, yeah, they're moving into there. These guys can move up to Randers. These guys can move up there. And then all these guys are moving into Slovakia, or whatever it's called, I think. Frederikshavn. There we go. So we've won that battle. And let's push into there as well. We'll go up against those guys. There we go. We pushed out the HQ, which is good. But this is really what we want, this victory point here. So, let's see. Oh, so many. Let's see. Allied objectives. Really? Why does that not show me anything? Okay, whatever. Let's put some more down with these guys. There you go. So we have a good sort of mess up of bombers and fighters and everything, which is kind of what we want. So, yeah, that's looking good. I'm pleased with that. I think we made some decent progress, everyone. And obviously we are... Oh, advanced aircraft design. Excellent. So, technology now means medium search radar, large search radar. So, medium search radar, large search radar. Let's get those in there. And in the meantime, as you can see, we are moving in on Copenhagen. And unfortunately, it doesn't look like they've got a lot of defences for themselves, which is unfortunate. More for them than for me, but you know. Yeah, one division against two. Especially with the fact that their organisation is down to pretty much nil, I'm afraid. Sorry, my Danish friends. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one army, put them there. I'm going to take... Why are they attacking? I didn't say to attack. Oh, that's why. Can they get to here? No, they can't. Okay. So these guys need to come across. So let's see. These guys can attack. And then these guys can support. And then we'll bring up the armour as soon as it's in there. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That has been Hearts of Iron 3 for this week. And I hope you've enjoyed. Obviously, the Danish viewers may not necessarily enjoy it, but, you know, hey-ho. These things happen, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, we'll see you next time. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.